All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Gunmala Kapoor. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch Atal Bhujal Yojana today to promote Panchayat-led groundwater management. Nation remembers former Prime Minister Atal Vajpayee on his birth anniversary. Digital radio to be launched in 2024, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar. Hemant Soren to be sworn in as Chief Minister of Jharkhand on Sunday, and festivities mark celebration of Christmas across the globe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch the Atal Bhujal Yojana in New Delhi today. The central government scheme will promote Panchayat-led groundwater management and behavioural change with primary focus on demand-side management. The Union Cabinet approved the 6,000 crore rupee scheme at a meeting yesterday. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said the scheme will be implemented over a period of 5 years in identified areas in Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. He said the scheme will boost the income of farmers.
अटल जल के लिए 6,000 करोड़ रुपए का प्रबंध किया गया है। 3,000 करोड़ रुपए वर्ल्ड बैंक से मिलेंगे, 3,000 करोड़ भारत सरकार देगी। इतने 7 प्रदेशों के 8,350 गांव उसमें निश्चित हुए हैं।
Our correspondent has filed this report.
Groundwater contributes to nearly 65% of total irrigated area of the country and nearly 85% of the rural drinking water supply. The limited groundwater resources in the country are under threat due to the increasing demands of growing population, urbanization and industrialization. Atal Bhujal Yojana has two major components. One is strengthening institutional arrangements for sustainable groundwater management in the states. Second is incentivizing the states for achievements in improved groundwater management practices. The scheme will result in efficient use of available groundwater resources. It will also contribute towards the goal of doubling the farmers' income. With Dipendra Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
The nation celebrates the 95th birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee today. He served as Prime Minister of India 3 times. His first term was only for 13 days in 1996. He served his second term for a period of 11 months from 1998 to 1999 and then a full term from 1999 to 2004. He was awarded India's highest civilian honour, the Bharat Ratna, in 2015. The tallest leader of the BJP, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, has left behind a rich legacy which will be remembered as well as cherished in the years to come. It was under his leadership that India successfully conducted the Pokhran II nuclear tests and cemented its position as a nuclear state in 1998. Born on the 25th of December 1924 in Gwalior, he rose to eminence as an erudite politician. His personality had many facets. He was a forceful orator, a writer, poet, a selfless social worker and journalist. Many of his poetries touched and ruled the hearts of people.
टूटे हुए सपने की सुने कौन सिसकी, अंतर को चीर व्यथा पलकों पर ठिठकी, हार नहीं मानूंगा रार नहीं ठानूंगा, काल के कपाल पर लिखता मिटाता हूँ, गीत नया गाता.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil a statue of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee in Lucknow this afternoon. Our correspondent has details.
The 25-feet bronze statue of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was built in Jaipur. PM Modi will also lay the foundation stone of Atal Bihari Medical University. The birth anniversary of Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee will be celebrated in a grand manner in his state. Many programs including blood donation camps, fruit distribution and cleanliness drive will be organized all over the state. Sushasana Day will also be observed on this occasion in many districts. In Lucknow, the National Poets Conference is being organized by Culture Department. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
The nation is also remembering educationist and freedom fighter Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya on his birth anniversary today. Also known as Mahamana, he strived to promote modern education among Indians and founded the Banaras Hindu University at Varanasi in 1916. He was posthumously conferred with the Bharat Ratna on the 24th of December 2014. The Union Cabinet yesterday approved the proposal for conducting Census of India 2021 and updation of the National Population Register, NPR. In another big decision, the Cabinet approved the creation of post of Chief of Defence Staff, CDS. The post will be of the rank of a 4-star general with a salary equivalent to the service chiefs. The Union Cabinet also decided to honour the contribution of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee by naming the strategic tunnel under the Rohtang Pass after him. In another big decision, the Cabinet also approved the organisational restructuring of the Railway Board. The Railway Board will be headed by Chairman Railway Board, who will be Chief Executive Officer with 4 members and some independent members. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has said that the NDA government will bring the digital radio in 2024. Addressing the annual Akashvani Awards function in New Delhi yesterday, Mr. Javadekar said the audio of the digital radio will be more clear and its reach will be higher. The minister said All India Radio is an institution which is part of the people's lives, be it for music, news or entertainment. Prasar Bharati Chairman Dr. A. Surya Prakash said AIR News commands huge credibility. He said Akashvani has one of the largest news gathering and dissemination apparatus in the world. Prasar Bharati CEO Shashi Shekhar Vempati said Prasar Bharati is looking forward to a change in the format of these awards so that it brings out the hidden talent of people. In Jharkhand, Grand Alliance leader Hemant Soren will take oath as Chief Minister on Sunday. He said this last night in Ranchi after meeting Governor Draupadi Murmu. He met the governor to stake claim to form a new government in the state. Earlier, the governor had invited Mr. Soren to form the government. Mr. Soren was formally elected JMM Legislature Party leader yesterday. He was projected as chief ministerial candidate by the JMM, Congress and RJD alliance that gained majority in the recently concluded assembly polls. The Congress and the RJD have submitted a letter in support of Hemant Soren to the governor. In Madhya Pradesh, the BJP will launch a campaign from January 1st to 15th to clear the confusion being spread by the opposition about the Citizenship Amendment Act, CAA. More from our correspondent.
Through this door-to-door campaign, 5 lakh families of Madhya Pradesh will be approached. BJP has also called a meeting tomorrow. All MPs, MLAs and office bearers of the state will participate in the Jan Jagran Abhiyan. Apart from this, the party will send thanks letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi through all sections like Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, Sikh, Christian and Parsi who benefited by the act. At the same time, the Congress is taking out the Samvidhan Bachao Nyaya Shanti Yatra in protest against this law across the state today. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Seeking to counter the protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act in various places of the country, Gujarat BJP leaders, including cabinet ministers, took part in rallies in support of the new law across all 33 districts of the state yesterday. Chief Minister Vijay Rupani and Minister of State for Home Pradeep Singh Jadeja attended a rally at Ahmedabad's Sabarmati Ashram in support of the new law. Mr. Rupani alleged that the Congress is politicizing the whole issue. This law will give due respect to refugees, he added. Moving on now to our special segment, Year-Ender 2019. The government has undertaken several important, progressive policy interventions and new initiatives in the year 2019 to accelerate the overall development of the shipping sector. Enactment of the landmark Recycling of Ships Act 2019, measures to promote employment of seafarers and improved connectivity with neighbours and other countries for ease of movement of cargo and passengers are some of the key highlights of the achievements of the ministry. A report.
India became a prime destination for green ship recycling with the passing and enactment of the landmark Recycling of Ships Act 2019. India has also acceded to International Maritime Organization's Hong Kong International Convention for Safe and Environmentally Sound Recycling of Ships in November. The accession will give boost to the domestic ship recycling industry, which is one of the world's 5 major ship recycling countries. India has become the first country in the world to issue biometric seafarers' identity document capturing the facial biometric data of seafarers. Several MOUs were signed with neighboring South Asian and other countries like Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, Bhutan, Maldives, Denmark and Sweden in order to boost the bilateral trade with other countries. In another significant development, the alternative connectivity route via Bangladesh's Chattogram and Mongla ports were first time used to Northeast region. Suparna Sekya with a year-ender for AIR News, Delhi.
Christmas is being celebrated today with traditional fervour and enthusiasm. Christians all over the world celebrate Christmas to mark the birth of Jesus Christ. On this occasion, people decorate their homes by putting up Christmas trees illuminated with paper stars, holly wreaths, and the exchange of gifts. Celebrations began in Goa last night. A large number of tourists have arrived in the state to celebrate Christmas and New Year. A report.
With the commencement of Christmas festival, Goa looks quite stunning. Midnight masses were held in the churches of Basilica of Bon Jesus at Old Goa and Mary Immaculate Conception Church at Panji. Music festivals and dance programs are also organized at various locations and especially on beach areas. Crib competitions and carol singing competitions are also organized. Christmas trees are seen sparkling in lanes and in houses. Mukesh Thali for AIR News from Panji, Goa.
In Tamil Nadu, the faithful thronged churches early in the morning. The famous St. Thomas Basilica and the St. George's Cathedral in Chennai and other churches have been decorated with stars and cribs. Pope Francis kicked off Christmas celebrations with midnight mass at the Vatican in Rome. In Bethlehem, pilgrims from around the world had gathered yesterday in the biblical town revered by Christians as the birthplace of Jesus. Thousands of Palestinians and foreigners converged into the little town on the Israel-occupied West Bank with Christmas Eve festivities taking place in and around the Church of Nativity. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people on the occasion of Christmas. The entire Union Territory of Ladakh is reeling under a severe cold wave. The Met Department said the cold wave is likely to continue throughout the week. The minimum temperature in Leh was recorded at minus 16.7 degrees Celsius. Cold conditions during daytime also remained unabated. The day temperature remains 0 degrees Celsius over the past 2 days. In sports, Commonwealth Games champion Manu Bhaker and Anish Bhanwala clinched gold medals at the 63rd National Shooting Championship in Bhopal yesterday. The 17-year-old Bhaker, representing Haryana, clinched 4 gold medals, individual and team events in senior and junior in the women's 10-meter air pistol. She shot 2:43 to emerge triumphant in the 8-woman final. She then shot 5:88 to top qualifications and equal the record set by Anurag Singh in the South Asian Games. Her state mate, Anish, also 17, won individual gold medal in the senior men's 25-meter rapid-fire pistol event to stamp his dominance. And now, for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Subha Kaul.
Thank you, Gunmala. The Union Cabinet's approval yesterday for conducting a census of India 2021 and updation of the National Population Register is covered prominently by the press. Government approves update of National Population Register, says no link to NRC, headlines The Times of India. Business line of The Hindu writes, Cabinet clears Rs 3,941 crore NPR update exercise. A new military department under CDS, headlines Mail today, adding that in this historic makeover, a Department of Military Affairs will be created under a Chief of Defence Staff after almost 2 decades of the post being first recommended. The Indian Express writes, first notices go out in Uttar Pradesh to 28 residents, pay Rs 14 lakh for damage to property. There's after protests over the citizenship law and police crackdown, the state has initiated the process of recovery of damage to government property. The Economic Time writes that the government may consider collapsing the 5 goods and services tax GST slabs in 2 in order to simplify the system and combat a shortfall in collections. With that, it's back to you, Gunmala.
Thank you, Subha. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch the Atal Bhujal Yojana today to promote Panchayat-led groundwater management. Nation remembers former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee on his birth anniversary. Digital radio to be launched in 2024, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar. Hemant Soren to be sworn in as Chief Minister of Jharkhand on Sunday. And festivities mark celebration of Christmas across the globe. And with that we end the morning news. Have a nice day.